Now that the dog days of summer are over, cooler temperatures don't just mean football. The UIL Cross Country Championships took place at Old Settlers Park in Round Rock. Here's your event highlights and individual winners. In Class 1A, O'Donnell's Caitlin Bell took home the first place honors in a blistering time of 12:12 as her team finished second overall to Hartley. Janie Salinas of Monday placed second at 12:35, followed by Abriana Carrasco of Sanderson at 12:43. Here's O'Donnell's Caitlin Bell after her win.
Feels like the best win I've had my whole life.
Meanwhile, on the boys' side in Class 1A, Cumbie Miller Grove won the team title just ahead of Saltillo. Individually, it was quite a finish as well. Joseph Carrasco of Sanderson took first place for the 1A boys' individual title. Devitt Smetana of Very Best High School finished second, while third place belonged to Derek Wyek of Hartley High School.
It's time to step up. It's time to go. You know, after we got third, we have to do, if not better, than just as good. And I'm proud of the way I did.
In Class 2A girls, the real battle was for second place because Andrea Sanchez of Sundown smoked the field with a time of 11:49. In fact, Sundown won the team title as well, just ahead of Hamilton and Ozona. Sanchez was followed by Kia-Una Whitfield of Rosebud Lot, who finished 12:15, a second ahead of Madeline Mahaffey of Hamilton, who crossed at 12:16. Meanwhile, in Class 2A boys, Valley View won the team competition, but it didn't take too long to determine the individual winner. Omero Rodriguez of Ozona pulled away from the field, finishing in first with a time of 16:19. Francisco Parra of New Summerfield crossed in a time of 16:32 as his team finished second, followed by Luis Macias of Abernathy at 16:45.
That was all right, just the hills, a little incline and stuff, and going down too many times. It felt amazing since this is my senior year.
Now to the Class 3A ladies, where Eustis took the team title, but Chrislyn Tucker of Holiday crossed the finish line first individually in a time of 11:55, about 4 seconds ahead of Jessica Rabias from East Bernard.
Really humid and hard to breathe, but it was perfect weather.
On the boys' side of Class 3A, Luling might have won the team title, led by third-place finisher Ryan Flores, but individually it's hard to beat a 1-2 punch like Bruceville Eddy, who were led by cross-country runners Kyle Doty and Darren Allen. Let's begin with Doty, who crossed the finish line in a time of 15:47, while Allen came in about 15 seconds later for second place. As a team, Bruceville Eddy was ninth, but the feeling of crossing first for Doty was special.
It feels great. I've been dreaming of this for a while. I was a little nervous, but I was pretty confident based on my times that I could come out here and win it.
The Class 4A girls race was pretty tight. 4 ladies broke the 12-minute mark. Now, even though Bandera nipped Decatur and Dalhart for the team victory, your individual winner was Morgan McCutcheon of Levelland, who crossed the finish line in a time of 11:45, less than 3 seconds ahead of Jessica Kyle of Decatur. Dalhart's Sarah Smith wound up third in a time of 11:54, 5 seconds ahead of Sarah Tabor of Needville.
It was extremely rewarding, just working hard all of the season and it all paying off in the end.
The Class 4A boys team title belonged to San Elizario out of El Paso. Individually, Cody Anderson of Burke Burnett crossed the finish line first in a time of 15:57, which was about 8 seconds ahead of Justin DeMangue out of Alvarado, who was only a second ahead of Eduardo Traviso of River Oaks Castleberry.
I felt good going into it. I just I think the early pace kind of got me a little bit, but you know, it ended up all right.
The Class 5A girls cross-country meet was won by Canyon Randall, but individually the title belonged to Skylar Sinton of Grapevine, who finished second as a team, by the way, just ahead of Louisville, the Colony. Eric DeWitt of Randall took second individually, just ahead of Lauren Barrientos of Forney, who was third.
It was so exciting because at the beginning of the year, we always make goals as a team, and one of them was to win states.
On the 5A boys side, Stratford took the team title, but the individual gold belonged to Carter Blunt of Frisco Independence, who finished in a time of 15:22, nearly 20 seconds ahead of second place finisher Austin Richard of state champion Stratford. Darren Madrano of Georgetown took third, just like his team, right behind College Station, who finished second.
Good job, good job.
Class 6A girls was dominated by Louisville ISD as a whole, with Hebron taking the team title just ahead of Marcus. Flower Mound was sixth. Devin Clark of Smithson Valley finished first in a time of 17:10. Paige Hofstad of New Braunfels was 8 seconds back. in second place, followed by Julia Hymock of Houston-Lamar in third. The South Lake Carroll boys won the 6A team title, but David Strom of Colleyville Heritage took home the individual championship in a time of 12:23, just ahead of Alex Rogers of Comal Canyon High School. Connor Moe of College Park was third. The Woodlands and College Park rounded out second and third as a team. Let's hear from David, who was simply moving.
It feels awesome. All that hard work, running thousands of miles, keep it going.
That's a wrap on the individual titles for the 2014 Cross Country State Meet. In Round Rock, Jeff Power, High School Spotlight.